Good day, Doctor. I am Vinisha Permal from Group C. Today we would like to present on Chapter 10, Managing Business Marketing Channel. First, channel component have two important dimensions, and the first thing is channel structure must be designed to accomplish marketing objectives. Channel objectives are a part of and result from the company's marketing objectives that need to be treated in terms of targeted service output levels. Profit consideration and asset utilization must be reflected in channel objectives and the resultant design. It should be the endeavor of the channel members to minimize the total channel cost and still provide with the desired level of service outputs. Channel objectives keep varying depending on the characteristic of the product. But selecting the best channel is challenging because first, numerous alternatives, second, differences in marketing goals, and third, a need for separate and concurrent channels due to diverse business market segments. And the second dimension is business marketer must manage the channel to achieve prescribed goals once channel structure has been specified. The industrial marketers have to creatively structure the necessary tasks or functions to meet customer requirements and company goals. They have to first make a list of various tasks to be performed, identify the critical tasks, take objective and realistic decision on which tasks can be effectively performed by the company and which cannot be performed due to certain constraints. The careful analysis of customer needs, establishing objectives, considering constraints, and listing the channel tasks from the backbone of the channel design process. Next, channel of distribution. Channel of distribution or distribution channel can be defined as the path taken by the good or service when they move from manufacturer to the end consumers. Distribution channel can be short or long, and it depends on the number of intermediaries required to deliver a product or service. It accomplishes all the tasks necessary to get the product or service to market. Tasks can be performed by the manufacturer or be delegated throughout the next channel tasks. There are 8 channel tasks, and the first is making contact with potential buyers. The marketing channels perform the task of collecting and disseminating of marketing information about customers, competitors, as well as the potential customers and other market forces. Second, negotiating. The channel members are the ones who negotiate with other channel members and customers to facilitate the transfer of ownership. Third, contracting. Fourth, transferring title. Fifth, communicating. Sixth, arranging financing. The marketing channel works towards the acquisition and allocation of funds required to finance inventories at different levels of marketing channel. Next, servicing the product, and the last thing is providing local inventory, transportation and storage. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good day, Doctor. I am Shamli Ravi, number metric 289999. Today, I am going to present about the alternative parts to B2B marketing channels. The main is manufacturer, which is divided by 2 channels, direct channel and indirect channel. Direct channel categorized into 3, which are direct sales, online marketing and telemarketing. For indirect channel, there are 2 categories, which are industrial distribution and manufacturer representative. These all categorize direct to customer segments. When to use direct channel? We can use when there is large and well-defined customer who insisting on direct sales involving extensive negotiation. After that, we have to use when the selling has to be controlled and complex product and sales opportunities and highly customized solutions. Besides that, we also have to know when to use indirect distribution. We can use on fragmented and widely dispersed market, prevalence of low transaction amounts and purchase of a number of items in one transaction. This is multi-integration map, one of the simple example of high coverage partnering model. The first is consider the relative of cost alternative sales channel. Then the employee business partner to cover SMB customer and perform the primary sales task. The last one is fully utilize other sales channel to lend direct support across the sales cycle.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Dr. Nadia and my fellow friend. My name is Nur Atiramiti Saad and my metric number is 279850. For today, I will be presenting about indirect channel participant in the business market channel. Indirect channel consists of industrial distributors and also manufacturers representative. Industrial distributors, which are independent company, act as intermediaries. They buy industrial product in bulk from a manufacturer and supply them to businesses that then use them for production or manufacturing. The distributor deals with a producer or business market instead of a consumer market. Distributors is a small independent businesses that serve narrow geographic market. Distributors is a full-service intermediaries who take title to the product they sell and also the most pervasive and heavily used for maintenance, repair and operation MRO supplies. Distributors also employ both inside and outside salesperson. For outside, making regular calls on customers and handling normal account servicing and technical assistance. And for the inside, they will be taking telephone orders, processing delivery, and scheduling delivery. In addition, larger distributors achieve operating economies, automating the operation to significantly reduce the sale and general administrative expenses. There are 7 functions of distributors. 1. Having product readily available. 2. Serving as manufacturer's selling arm. 3. Providing credit. 4. Offering wide product assortment. 5. Delivering goods. 6. Offering technical advice. And 7. Meeting emergency requirements.
Now, I will present about the function of distributors. Firstly, about the having products readily available. Consistent product availability is important because that makes your retail business successful, since it provides the structure to merchandise and attracts your target market by providing the products they require to fulfill their needs. Secondly, the serving as manufacturer selling arm. Representative play an important role as the manufacturer sale arm, especially when the manufacturer's market potential is limited. The next one is providing credit. Offering credit to customers indicates that you respect and trust them to pay their bills before their due dates. Customers will reward this gesture of confidence by continuing to buy from you. They will feel a degree of loyalty and they like to do business with someone who trusts them. The next one is offering wide product assessment. A wide assortment strategy is used when retailers aim to offer a lot of different product line or categories, but with lesser depth in each category. Next, the delivering goods combine together retailers and manufacturers to provide new product and service to customers and distribute them effectively through various networks and type of marketing. Last but not least, offer technical advice is one of the functions of distributors. Distributors have provided their customers with a multitude of services such as offer technical advice. For example, advice from product selecting and stocking to picking, packing and shipping. Lastly, meet emergency needs. For example, distribute emergency food rations once the pandemic begins to reduce the ability of people to obtain sufficient amounts of food to meet their daily needs. Now I will present about the service provided by distributors. Firstly, about the supply chain and inventory management. Supply chain management manages the process from supplier to delivering the product to the customer, while inventory management controls all stock within a company, such as controlling and overseeing purchase from suppliers and customers. Maintain the storage of stock, controlling the amount of the product for sale, and order fulfillment. Secondly, automatic replenishment is a computerized system that analyzes inventory levels and lead times and reorders stock to meet forecast sale need. This system will give a few benefits such as reduce process costs, lower stock levels, and improve inventory turnover and higher service levels. Next, product assembly is one of the most critical aspects of the success of product manufacturing because it's often the most labor-intensive, expensive, and time-consuming process. The design for product assembly line is determined by analyzing the steps necessary to manufacture each product component as well as the final product. Next, in-plant store. Operate and in-plant stores within your production facility saves your time and money while reducing cycle times and inventories shortage during production runs. And the last one is design service. Design service is a process where designers create suitable solutions and optimal experience for both customers in unique contexts and any service providers involved. Designer break service into sections and adapt fine-tuned solutions to suit all users' needs in various contexts. Now I will present about the classification of distributors. Number one is general line distributors. General line distributors or mill supply house stock a broad range of products and are often referred to as the supermarkets of industry. Industrial products bought mainly on the basis of price and service should be placed with aggressive general line distributor. General line distributors mean a stock an extensive variety of product. Number two is specialist. A specialist distributor is a full-time aspect in the areas of lending that you may only deal with on an infrequent basis with the knowledge and lender relationships to have more clients more often. It also focuses on one line or on a few related lines. And the last one is combination house. The combination house operates in two sectors of the industry market. It only operates in industrial and consumer markets. The combination house sells directly to industry customers as well as some other retailers or dealers. Now I will present about the choosing a distributor. Choosing a distributor is very important because they play a vital role in keeping the lines between manufacturers and users operating smoothly. They can expedite response time, enhance a company's reach, and even create value-add package. It is depend on the manufacturer's requirement and the needs of target consumer segments, such as general line distributor offers the advantage of one-stop purchasing, and specialist provides the manufacturer with a high level of technical capability and a well-developed understanding of complex customer requirement. Then about the e-collaboration is a critical strategy forced in the managing channel relationships. That's all. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Good day, doctor and everyone. My name is Samina Bina, and now I will present and explain to you what is a manufacturer's representative. In a basic form, a manufacturer's representative is any individual who agreed to represent a company and sell their products or services on a straight percentage fee, which is automatically added to the selling price of their products or service. We can take an example, pharmaceutical companies employ sales representatives to show and sell samples of their medicine to physicians. So, a manufacturer's representative work independently, represents several companies in the same geographic area, sell non-competing but complementary products, have expert product knowledge combined with a keen understanding of the markets and customer needs, and finally give the business marketer more control as the firm maintains title and possession of the goods. The manufacturer's representative act as a manufacturer's selling arm. They making contact with customer, writing and following up on orders, linking the manufacturer with the industrial and user. They offer technical advice while enhancing the customer's leverage with suppliers. They are paid commission on sale, like I said before. They develop their field experience while working as a salesperson for manufacturers. The need for manufacturer representative is they work in small, medium-sized, and large firms in condition of limited market potential. They have to serve distributors when a manufacturer sells through hundreds of distributors and to reduce overhead costs. So now we're gonna talk about the factors who influence the choice of intermediaries. First, there's different market segments require different channel structures. In fact, there's distinct approach. Large accounts are called on by the firm's own sales force. Then distributors handle more repeat orders. And finally, manufacturers' representatives develop the medium-sized firm market. And last but not least, differences in purchase behavior. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Izzati binti Fauzi with metric number 279576. So I will continue with the next part, which is channel design. Channel design has been defined as a dynamic process of developing new channels where none existed and modifying existing channels. It also was the best conceptualized as a serious stage that the business marketing manager must complete. Then it will specify the structure that provide the highest probability of achieving the firm's objective. The most important thing, they should give more focus on the channel structure. Next, channel structure. Channel structure means of reaching your customer with your product and service. This is essentially a high-level view of your sales and distribution channel. It refers to the underlying framework, which is first, number of channel levels, second, number and type of intermediaries, and third, the linkage among channel members. There was 6 steps of channel design process. Step 1, end user focus, which is manager should define the customer segment. Next, step 2, identify and prioritize customer channel requirement by segment. Step 3, assess the firm's capability to meet customer requirement. Step 4, benchmark channel offerings of key competitors. Step 5, create channel solution to customers' latent need. And last step is manager should evaluate and select the channel options. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next would be the requirements to successful channel management, which is the channel administration process. As for the first process, would be selecting good channel participants and making sure that all tasks and obligations are assigned and understood, which means the channel management process at times requires selecting new partnership applicant or reassessing current partners. When selecting new channel partners or re-evaluating existing partnerships, channel managers need to take into consideration their channel partners, which is in terms of level of cooperativeness, reputation, their years in business, growth and profit records. Second would be motivating members to perform tasks necessary to achieve channel objectives. Aside from training and establishing a close relationship, channel partners need to be constantly motivated to sell your product. And remember, when you may not be the only vendor your partner deals with, so to win against the competition, you need to motivate your channel partners and offer incentive programs. To do so, your channel management process needs to create the steps for establishing expectations and goals, developing recognition programs, and also not only rewarding but also incentivizing best partner channel partners. Third would be controlling inter-channel conflict, which is how do you plan to address conflict between channels that are unfair to one party or counterproductive. For instance, if you're using an e-commerce solution that undercuts your affiliates, then you must address this conflict. When designing channels, you must pay careful attention so one channel does not create a conflict for another channel. And as for the last step, is controlling and evaluating performances. Next would be the selection of channel members, which is an ongoing process, which is through one of the following options, where discussions with company salespeople and existing or potential customers or trade resources. Motivating channel members begin with the understanding that the channel relationship is a partnership. The channel is motivated by the understanding that the relationship is a partnership. So, the relationship marketing demands trust, working together, open communication, support during good and bad times. So, this relationship leads to meeting performance goals. Next would be developing a trusting relationship with the reps, and also improve communication through recognition programs, product training, and consultation. And also in informing the reps of plans, detailing objects, and providing positive feedback also motivates channel members. So distributors and manufacturers reps are independent, profit oriented, more concerned about their customers' situation than the manufacturer's state of affairs. Thus, distributors and manufacturing reps have a different outlook and perception than the manufacturer.
Okay, next for the motivation channels member, there is bringing in distributor or rep for the three purpose of. The first is reviewing distribution policy, developing marketing strategy, and supplying industry intelligence. And lastly, there is providing compensation policies that meet industry and competitive standards. Okay, the next is ways to control the conflict. Okay, the first is channel-wide committees. It is to know the duties of each member. The second is joint goal setting in channel. The third way is cooperative program involving a number of marketing strategy elements to ensure the channel run smoothly. And lastly is effectively cooperating within the channel to ensure that the channel does not interfere with the relationship between the manufacturer and the customer. Okay, the last topic for this chapter is building trust and commitment. There are four ways for you to build trust and commitment for a channel. The first is offering benefit and resource that are superior to what other partner could offer. Second is aligning oneself with other firms that have similar corporate value. The third way, you can sharing valuable information on expectation, market, and performance. And lastly, refraining from taking advantage of one partner. So that's all from our group. Thank you.